is a process of decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. Tonight's episode is entitled Reconstruction and Recovery. The delimiter in reconstruction or re is very important because it means again, highlighting the definition of reconstruction as to meaning to construct again after an impending destruction, removal, or ending. Reconstruction is similar to resurrection because in order to resurrect something, it had to die or come to an end. To reconstruct means there once was something that had been constructed, then brought to its conclusion. Reconstruction and recovery relates to the ending of our former way of life, the conclusion of our miserable existence. We had to tear down our former home of harm built upon the sad consequences of bad, misguided, and dark decisions. Gone are our burned down and rotted out framework constructed on a foundation of lies, construed with bent two by fours and held together with crooked nails of self harm and framed with hopelessness and stacked in darkness, covered with the punched hole of thin plastic sheeting of distress and mired in the slime of wretchedness. An entity constructed of pain and hardship, a life constructed in complete darkness, minus any spiritual light, a construction that had to be laid to rest so that the resurrection and reconstruction of a new life of recovery could be initiated. A reconstruction with a foundation of truth and sanity, built from the ground up with the new timbers of positivity, free from the realm of agony and suffering. Reconstruction or constructed again with a power greater than oneself, built anew from new stock directly derived from the hands of God, constructed with the plans and purpose created and sustained by a power greater than oneself, a power I call God. Brick by brick, from foundation to rooftop, reconstruction is complete with a newfound freedom of joy and happiness. To reconstruct one's life is the blessing of recovery. To rebuild old family ties and recapture the joy of setting forth on a brightly lit road of achievement and new accomplishments. Accomplishments never dreamed of as even being possible. To reconstruct a brand new building equipped with sunlights with the rays of God's spiritual light shining upon our inner soul, producing a hope filled warmth of true joy and happiness. Imagine all broken windows and doors replaced with clean, light emitting picture windows, allowing one to see the beautiful landscape of life, as well as solid mahogany doors displaying the strength of character and yet the ability to manage what can and cannot come into your inner sanctum. Doors of wisdom hinged on the truth that comes from God. Reconstruction of one's life is a blessing of recovery, to be given a new opportunity to live again and reconstruct your life with the help and guidance from the God of one's own understanding. It's like receiving a huge toolbox filled with new tools. This gift of reconstruction is a blessing preceded by the ending of your old way of living, met with the resurrection and reconstruction of a new life built on truth, the kind of truth that comes from God. For me, the path of reconstruction has been fascinating and truly outstanding. Recovery has taken me to a place I never thought was possible. I truly did not think I would make it this far. I believed my life would end prematurely like my father and his father before him. To be able to witness a new, reconstructed life, complete with new opportunities to restart communication with my family, to renew my career, and then to find someone to share my life with are all blessings I never thought I would ever be able to achieve. Once I put to rest my old way of living by submitting to and following instructions from the God of my understanding, I was then shown a path of recovery and permitted to reconstruct my life. Brick by brick, from foundation to rooftop, I have been afforded the opportunity to start anew and reconstruct my life, one day at a time, hill by hill, valley by valley. Progress, not perfection, not my time frame, but rather under the timetable of the God of my understanding. To witness the reconstruction of one's own life is an enchanting series of memorable events, events that are absolutely incredible and are a reward from God for making better decisions. Knowing better means making better decisions and thus getting more rewards and less consequences. My gratitude is immense as I understand that my each waking moment is under the direct supervision of the God of my understanding. I remain a willing and grateful participant in my own recovery. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. Please leave your inspiring comments on transnetrecover.com/podcast. And please follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.